There's something in the Bahrain air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the sand. Our brightest minds have thrust their brightest ideas into the spotlight of the Sakhir circuit this evening as we look ahead once more to a Grand Prix that has thrilled us so consistently in the past. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and 2 DRS zones will help with that as well. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Bahrain has showed us many times in the past, though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, the rookie, Grosjean, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, and Stoffel van Dorn, Perez, Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Hartley, Ricciardo. They've taken a grid penalty. Gasly, Charles Leclerc, and Marcus Ericsson. Sirotkin and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got the second episode of my F1 career mode. We're here at Bahrain. As you can see, we have qualified in 6th position. We got moved up to 6th after Ricciardo got a penalty. And we're about to start. And the lights are out. I hope we can get off to a strong start in this Grand Prix. But Grosjean, rapid off the line. We know the Renault isn't the fastest in straight line speed. We've had a poor start there. We take a look back at Grosjean, try and gain 6th place. Best of the rest back. Can we get it? We're fighting side by side, just like we did with Magnussen in the previous race. We are right alongside Grosjean. Got the position though by the looks of things. But wait, no, we try round the outside. An interesting, very attacking movement. I think, yeah, we pulled it off. We have gone round the outside of Romain Grosjean in a brilliant move at the start of this Grand Prix. We are now sitting 6th place, best of the rest. Once Ricciardo is obviously out the running back at the back of the grid from his penalty. That is a very strong start from us. Can we get onto the back of Max Verstappen? If we can gain away with the top runners, that would be a brilliant start to this race. We've already come along strong. Hopefully we can bag some points. We were unlucky in Australia last race out, but hopefully this race we can get some points to start the season for Renault. We're really closing in on the back of this Red Bull. The Renault is just so strong through the corners. We're keeping up with even the top cars, but when we come to the straight, we are really lacking in pace. And oh, Verstappen! We have a look, and Verstappen brakes early to block them. We run wide, trying to not hit into the back of him. Front wing damage would ruin this race completely for us. We're sitting comfortably in 6th place, to be fair, was trying to gain away from that main pack, get us a bit of room before our early pit stop. The Mercedes and Ferraris really already gaining away from us. It shows that straight line speed here is going to be a huge asset in this Bahrain Grand Prix. One of the two, I think, expected Hamilton rocketing away, probably 2 seconds ahead of the Ferraris already. And bad news for us, Grosjean is within DRS once it comes into play at lap 3. Okay, and we're within DRS of Max Verstappen. That is going to make a huge difference on defending against Romain Grosjean as we come into the lap before we pit. The more time we can save and the more defending we can do against these cars, the better. Hopefully we can hold this position. If we can stay within a second of Verstappen, we're going to be in a brilliant position come our pit stop. But no, we're actually outside by 0.01, and we slipped wide there. We're outside of Verstappen's zone. We're now going further out, and Grosjean from that mess up is going to have caught up and be right on our tail. I think that is what, yeah, it's a McLaren, so either Alonso or Van Dorn also going to be closing in on us on the straight. We are defenceless and they will have DRS. Hopefully, can we defend against them? about halfway down the straight, and we have no attacks yet. Although Grosjean's making a move now. What is Grosjean going to do? Grosjean's pass. Oh wait, no, we try. Round the outside, wheel to wheel, wheel to wheel. Can we get out on this inside line? We can. No, we can't. I thought we'd held the position for a second there. We had to pull out as Grosjean comes through. That is a shame. Grosjean's got the position. We go into overtake ERS. Try and get that position back. We hold off on that first. We thought about taking a dive if you look at the way our car lined up. Thought about taking a dive on that first corner, but thought better of it on the second time. We really are closing in on the back of Roman. Here we go, we're really tight to him now. The overtake is exactly what we need. We take a look. Can we get around this outside? It was a bit of a risky move. We pull out. Probably the best decision we could have made there. But we have DRS here. This should be a good opportunity. And if it's not letting us through, it should be. Really, it doesn't really matter because once we go onto that main straight, we'll be pitting anyway. But I think, yes, we take a dive, see if we can have a look at the move. No luck, though. We're trying to cut around this inside. Oh, we've been hit. We have been hit. Damaged wing. That is definitely some foul play from Grosjean there. Maybe a bit of a 50-50, but we try and go in for the move. Grosjean cuts us off, sticks us into the barrier, and we're down to 10th place with a broken wing. Thank God we're planning on pitting this lap. This way we should only lose like 5 or 6 seconds rather than 20 if we had not been our pit lap. So at least minimal damage, but a front wing change is going to cost us time in the pits as well. A disastrous occurrence there. This is not what we need. This is a very slow pit stop. Come on, yeah, okay, we're going to be quite a way behind, although we do now have room on these soft tyres that are fresh. Just absolutely blitz it round the track with no pressure from any other drivers, so it may still work in our favour. Okay, and Hulkenberg gets into the pits. We need to absolutely blitz it round the track now. Try and come out ahead of our teammate, who would have been a little bit ahead after that incident with us and Grosjean. Okay, time to find out where we are coming out in comparison to Grosjean and Magnussen. Magnussen not too far ahead, considering we had to change a front wing during our pit stop. We are not too far behind, 3 or 4 seconds maybe. So that is a decent come out from this situation, considering Hulkenberg and Magnussen often top drivers in a situation like this. So we should still be alright to keep it going on track. Okay, as we move on to lap 8, Daniel Ricciardo is going to get past us. DRS flowing for him. Really not a lot we could do in that situation. But it's still in a decent position for the race. If you look up ahead on the mini-map, you can see the two Hasses of Grosjean and Magnussen very nearby. And if you look further ahead, you can see Hulkenberg got quite a distance actually. Looks like he could get a very strong finish in this race. Okay, we're a lap later. We're going to try and use toe from Ricciardo, who's just set the fastest lap of the race. See if we can use it to get past the two Hasses. Ricciardo thinks about a dive, but doesn't go for it. Magnussen actually overtakes his teammate in quite a controversial move. They're very comfortable, but that's allowed us to catch onto the back of a train of them. We're also closing in on Hulkenberg and I think Bottas up ahead, so real opportunities to gain some places here. Ricciardo obviously going to be harder, but if we can just follow him through in the overtake, we may be able to gain past at minimum the two Hasses. If we go through the chicanes, is Ricciardo going to make a move? No. There's not really any room on the track at this stage. We're going to have to wait until we can try and get DRS. Okay, DRS is open, but everyone's got it. It's only Magnussen that may just be coming under attack, but no one's able to lose any position. The straight is too short for that in this situation, but the main straight coming up, we can stick on the back of Ricciardo. This is going to be a brilliant opportunity to pull off a great, possibly double move if we can play our cards right. We close really tight up to the back of Daniel Ricciardo, not giving him a chance. Ricciardo looks like he may actually try it early on. He may try it on the back straight. He is. Ricciardo's trying it here, and that's going to give us even more time to close up, as those two have probably what is a poor corner. We're going to be right on the back of them. Can we make a move? Ricciardo expects is going to come through any second. There you go. Ricciardo makes a dive, and the outside line is now open for us if we can gain the ground. We can't quite do it though. We're really tight to Grosjean, but we're not able to get past Grosjean, though, going to be easier to overtake than that Red Bull of... I was about to say Red Bull of Bahrain. That Red Bull of Ricciardo. Can we make a dive on this corner? No, we can't. We stick behind. We're not doing much overtaking, but we're going to have to do it at some point. We're going to have to get a wriggle on with these overtakes. I think Magnussen's attacking Hulkenberg now. It's switched up in front of us. Yes, Magnussen, as we have a look at Grosjean, can we do anything? Can we get the move? Can we try? Grosjean's blocked us off well again. Are we going to be able to get past? We need to get past these Hasses in particular. Hulkenberg and Ricciardo less worried, but especially Grosjean. We take a dip down the inside of turn 10. We squeeze him out wide. We've got the DRS and the position. That should be us up into P15 there. He may try and get us back, but we need to get here within a second of Ricciardo to defend ourselves from that DRS. It looks like we should be able to do that though. Up into P15. This is more exciting than the beginning of the race, which is very unusual. We're closing in yet again. This last sector before the straights is very strong for us. Vettel beats Ricciardo's fastest lap. As I interrupt my commentary midway through by doing a stupid mid-session save at a dumb time. Just as we're going through a set of overtakes, but pretend that never happened. This is not a time to be turning down the ERS. I'm actually going to do it. I can't remember whether I do or not, but I don't think we are. No, we're sticking on rich fuel, which is a worry, because we've been on that for a lot of the time, these soft tyres. Ricciardo, and on these straights, we just don't have the speed. And as you can see, Hulkenberg as well struggling. Magnussen gets past, and Ricciardo has got Grosjean behind us. Grosjean's taking a peek. He's slowing us both down. What is going on? We're pretty much stopped. We're at 20 miles an hour. What the heck happened there? Grosjean stopped for a couple of seconds. Now well back. That was a disastrous attempt at a move and a complete nightmare for us. Okay, so we've jumped forward a long way. It is lap 16 as we come up into the hairpin. Not much has changed. We've gained positions through pit stops, but other than that, we've stayed pretty much the same place, just behind Magnussen and Hulkenberg. We have very slowly gained until we are now on the back of Kevin Magnussen, but really it's been 0.1 or 0.2 seconds gained per lap, so it's been a real tough slog gaining this time, and really not much exciting play happening. But now as we close onto the back of Magnussen, things can hopefully start to hot up as we come through our strong part of the section on the fast corners. Can we make a move around this turn? Probably just going to wait until the DRS is available in a couple of turns time. Can we make a move though on this back straight? We might be able to, you know. We're having a try around the outside. Can we do it? I don't think we quite have the speed. No, Magnussen blocks us off there. Fair play to him, but we should have him now with DRS. Let's see. DRS is open. Can we get the overtake done? We move into P6. Ricciardo and Hulkenberg into the pits actually. And Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, I think may have been the race leader, pits in. We are right behind Magnussen now. Right on his back, and there's no one really to defend him. Hamilton distracted by Van Dorn. You can see we're planning a pit stop for this lap. We want to get our timings right. Don't want to get undercut by the likes of Hulkenberg. We may get it slightly, which means our tyres will be stronger, but we're trying to use the soft tyres rather than the medium tyres for our final stints. We can't do it too early in this situation as we close into the back of Magnussen. This will be a fight for P4. I can't say that. A fight for P4. Can we take a dive down the inside? No. We stick behind him. If we're getting this overtake done, which you kind of want to do, is he may try and pit as well as we select the soft tyres there for our pit stop at the end of this lap. If we can get past him, it'll help us gain position. Slow K-Mag down, and if he goes into the pits, hopefully put us out on track ahead of him. We have to watch our back. Lewis Hamilton is also very near on much fresher tyres and in a much quicker car. We go a little bit wide there, coming out of that corner. Again, the fast part of the track for us. This is where it is critical to get it right. Can we do it though? We close in on the back with the corner before the back straight. Hamilton 0.1 behind us, so Hamilton may actually try a move, which may actually get in the way. Hamilton is trying a move. There you go. Lewis Hamilton passes us. We try not to lose too much time. He's blocked us off slightly there, which is going to slow us down minorly. Is Magnussen pit? Magnussen is not pitting, so it's just us into the pits as we go in. Where are we going to come out? This is going to be very important. Basically, the rest of the race now, we're going to be on faster tyres than a lot of the cars. So, however many positions we lose is what we'll be fighting to gain back through the rest of the race. So, our fast stop here. Yes, we have managed to get a decently speedy stop, to be fair. as we're currently in P10. We don't know where Lance Stroll and Sorokin is. Oh, we've come out just behind a pack of people, although Nico is in that pack. So suggests we haven't done too badly. It's just Nico's chance of gaining time on his undercut hasn't paid off, because I think the Sauber, it must be Leclerc and the Williams of Sergei Sorokin. Lap 18 now, we've gone into rich mode, which is an interesting decision now. I watched this back, considering we only had plus 0.2 of a lap left. We're going to defend from Ericsson. We don't want to lose more spaces whilst our tyres are a little bit cold now. 2.8 seconds to Hulkenberg, so definitely a catchable gap. It'll be interesting to see where Magnussen comes out, because Magnussen is still going to need to pit again in this race, so I have no idea where he is going to finish up in the end. Okay, so we come up onto our fast set of corners as always. Can we gain the ground to them? We're slowly catching. Hulkenberg, not really good for us in a way, because he's really being slowed down in this situation. Can we get a move off though? Come on. At least Hulkenberg either pass them or let us pass. We might just have DRS. I'm not sure where the zone is going to cut it. It's going to be very tight to see whether we do or not. We are now close in though. We do have DRS. Here is a very good opportunity. Sorokin heads into the pit, so that's one position simplified massively. And we did a purple sector there. I think that's for the race, not just for us. We come out ahead of Magnussen. As you can see, he drops to P12. We take a dive down the inside of our teammate Nico Hulkenberg. And we've made the move. That was very daring of us. We are into the points now with that move. Hopefully we can defend the position. It's going to be difficult, but we are up into P10. Just Charles Leclerc to take. And then really, I don't know how many more positions we're going to be able to gain in this race. I don't know how close the next drivers are, but Charles Leclerc is the next overtake, and it should be pretty straightforward. Can we take a dive? We take a dive. We take a dive. Here we go. Can we get him on the corner? We look. He balls out a little bit there, actually. Is he going to come back? No. Leclerc, very, very easy to gain a position off there. I was surprised at how easily he gave that up. Hopefully we can get to the end of the lap still in this position. They will have DRS, which we will not. So Leclerc may try another attempt, but he's being held up behind us by Hulkenberg, who wants his 10th spot. So, looks like we should be able to gain a little bit of time away here. The longer they keep fighting, we also got to watch out for Magnussen up behind. I was about to say up ahead, but behind us as well. 9 seconds to Ricciardo, so it's going to be tough to gain any more spots. We'll see what we can do, but I think P9 may be where we finish off this race. A decent performance, but we'll see what happens in these final 10 laps. It's a long time, but it's a long gap to close. Hopefully though, some of the drivers up ahead, unlike Ricciardo, will have done a 2-stop and will be on slow tyres. Those are the drivers we are looking to overtake. I think McLarens are there, so it's the McLarens we're really trying to gain time on. Those who are on the medium tyres and who have been on them now for 6 or 7 laps. So, Ricciardo not really the goal. Just holding at minimum this 9th place, and possibly gaining a couple more positions if we can. Let's see what we can do as we come into the final 10 laps of this race. Okay, so guys, 3 laps to go in the race and things are starting to hot up. We've been chasing down Alonso for like 6 or 7 laps now since you last saw us on lap 20 after the overtake on Leclerc. And we are now just behind him. Both of us have absolutely destroyed tyres, but we may just be able to catch him. We don't have enough fuel really to go into rich mix, so we're having to stay in standard, not being able to push much energy into the car, but we may just be able to catch it. It's going to be very tight as to whether or not we do it. It'll probably be if we do get him right on the last lap. You can see up ahead a number of drivers have actually really gained a lot of spaces through doing a 1-stop. You can look up ahead, you can see Sebastian Ocon, and I think that is, yes, Stoffel Vandoorne, not Stefan Vandoorne, Stoffel Vandoorne, both of them going to get a fair number of points because of their 1-stop strategy. But from us, it is the key. Can we gain 8th place, which is actually the position that Renault wants us to get, so that would be a very good achievement if we can get there. But it's going to be very tight as we come into nearing the end of this 3rd to last lap, so we do not have long left to make this overtake done. We come through the corner. We're now just over a second, so if we can get into DRS here, that is going to make a huge difference come the end of the race. Okay, we have DRS. Can we make the pass here? We're probably not close enough in this situation. We'll see what we can do. But we'll definitely be able to just destroy the gap. Fernando's tyres are going to be wrecked just as much as ours. Both of us on absolutely destroyed tyres. Said that too many times now. But we are right on the back of him now. We have got 2 laps to overtake him. Both on destroyed tyres. He's on medium. We are on softs. It's going to be a very, very tight. It just depends how well Alonso can defend. We think about a move on the inside, but we don't have room for it. We need to get this move done. We now probably have 2.5 minutes left in the race to get this overtake, and we are still behind him. Can we take a dive down the inside here? We don't go for it. We're not making the move. We're trying to get it right. But here's the thing. If we wait too long, the race will be over. So we're going to need to make the move. And we think about it again. We don't go for the move, but we blind it up nicely here. DRS, Alonso runs wide. We have the position. We are up into 8th place, and that is probably going to be the end of our race unless we can somehow catch Stoffel Van Dorn, who is, I don't know, maybe 2.5 seconds ahead. His tyres are destroyed as well, but it's going to be a real big ask to try and gain that much time. 2.3 seconds it says there. In more important news though, Alonso very close behind us. He's in DRS. He may be able to take the position back, so defending against him is going to be another big ask. But I think I'm now looking, we may be able to catch Van Dorn in this situation. 7th place would be insane. Our car is vastly superior in speed. Van Dorn has dropped off the back of that pack with Ocon. So with 1 lap to go, can we gain up to 7th place? That would be a brilliant result. Back us 2 more points from 4 to 6 points between the gap from 8th to 7th. And will give us almost best of the rest out of the other drivers. So can we catch him? It's 1.8 seconds, I would guess. It is more like 1.4 now. Looking at the gap as we come to the end of the first sector. What is the time looking like? 1.6 seconds. This is going to be very tight. Can we get this second overtake? Beat both the McLarens. We're closing in the gap. That was a good corner around the hairpin there. We're in full hot lap. 0.03 fuel more, so we can't go into Ridge. And we've really closed. That was a brilliant run. Turn 10, we've struggled with it, but that was much better. No DRS though, so it's going to come down to that final straight. It's not very long. If we can get a good corner here, it's going to make a huge difference. Decent round there, but Van Dorn is just very slow. Vettel wins the race, as you can see on screen. We are gaining time, not because we're driving well, because Van Dorn is driving very slowly. And here we are so close up the back of him now. Can we make a move? Literally 20 seconds to go in this race. Hot lap, all out, come on. Can we get it? We try, take a look down the outside. Van Dorn may block us off. It's been done a number of times. We are neck and neck as we come through the final straight. We have DRS. This may well be our position. I think we've done it. We are into 7th place. So tight there. You can see his wing and wheel right next to ours. But we have got 7th place there. What a result in the end for us. A brilliant drive. Dragged it back from that poor start with Grosjean. And we have bagged 7th place right, I can't speak English, 7th place right at the death. What an insane finish to this second episode. Our first points of the series. What a result. Vettel grabs first. There is the podium.
In the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.
Okay, there we are, the final race standings. 7th place for us, a great performance. Vettel and Ferrari get a 1-2 with Raikkonen. Hamilton and Bottas, it's gone Ferrari, Mercedes. Verstappen obviously out of the race. Ricciardo gets 5th place from 15th on the grid, so a decent performance from him. May not be enough though to keep him top of the grid. Well raced by Van Dorn and Alonso. They didn't quite manage to hold him up. And we are identical times. We are both 30.469 behind, but here we go, the standings. Ricciardo is still on top. Hamilton and Raikkonen both only 2 points down. Vettel 10 down, although he has missed a race because he went out. Max Verstappen in 8th spot. And Stoffel Van Dorn, the surprise of the series so far. 14 points from 2 races. A great start from the young driver. maybe this could be a strong year for McLaren. You never know, they could be our main rivals. Hulkenberg still yet to score points, and the Hasses have had a 9th or I think a 10th place each or something. I'm not entirely sure, but there you see, I've brought Renault up the grid a little bit. 7th now in the Constructors. Hopefully we can get a little bit more in the culling races. Ferrari top of that. Mercedes 1 point down. Hartley having no luck still. More last places for him and a 2nd DNF in a row. That is where we're going to finish off the video for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. My voice is fucking dying. Peace.